Hey you guys, I'm Olivia for Signal by Sony, and with the new year upon us, some of you guys might have been lucky enough to score some brand new gadgets. So one of the New Year's resolutions on our list this year might be to declutter our gadget lives. So I'm going to show you guys how to build a DIY charging station from start to finish, and we're going to show you how to do that right now. What I'm going to do now is just draft up all of the pieces. I'm going to measure them all out to scale, and then we're going to go ahead and cut. For this project, I'm using a piece of plywood that's 1/2 inch thick. I bought one piece big enough to cut all 7 pieces. It measures 2 feet by 4 feet. All right, now I'm getting ready to cut, and as you can see, we actually have a workshop here. Now, if you guys don't happen to have one in your basement or your garage, then your local hardware store might be able to cut your wood pieces out for you. Safety first, always use protective glasses. I use a handheld circular saw to cut each piece, and I took advantage of the right angles of the board, which made for easier cutting. All right, so now that our cutting is done, we're gonna move on to assembly. Next up, I'm going to drill 4 holes that we can feed our cords through. So I begin using an awl to mark each center hole as drill guides. The holes I'll be drilling are 1.5 inches in diameter. Okay, now that we have all of our pieces cut out, I'm gonna start our assembly. So what I'm gonna do now is start nailing this thing together. All right, you guys, we are almost finished with our DIY charging station. What I'm gonna do now is just smooth out all the rough edges with this sandpaper. We're gonna throw a coat of paint on it, and then I'm gonna attach this 12-inch piano hinge to the back so we have a hinged top. I'm using a fine-grained sandpaper. This removes any splintered wood, evens out the surface, and it also preps the wood for an easier application of the paint. Last but definitely not least, what we're gonna do is attach the hinge. So our hinge is just gonna go right on the back. Again, this is a 12-inch hinge. We're gonna put this baby on, and we're gonna show you the final product. Now, no DIY charging station is gonna be complete without, of course, power. So we're just gonna drop in this simple power supply. We found this one around the studio. That means it didn't cost us any money, but all of the materials that you see here that we went out and bought cost us under $25. So again, this is a pretty inexpensive alternative. Now, once we have our power strip in, we're gonna shut the lid. We're gonna put all of our gadgets on this, and you're gonna see what this DIY charging station looks like as a completed piece. Now that our DIY charging station is completed, all we have to do now is hook up our gadgets. So we have a cell phone and a camera. Now you can really modify this according to the gadgets that you have. It's gonna be able to go onto your charging station. And of course, because of the lip, nothing is gonna fall off. So let's plug in our last gear here. Now this DIY charging station can really go anywhere. This is a great way to declutter your gadget life. All of the cords are gonna remain in the box, and all of your gadgets are gonna stay in one place. Now, if you guys wanna see all things Sony, go to youtube.com/signal.